News 46 is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, the nation remembers the Pearl Harbor attack. A food drive is held to help those in need during the holiday season. And an Act of Kindness award is presented to Toys for Tots. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, December 7th, 2015. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. On the day the nation pays tribute to those who perished in the December 7th, 1941 Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, the USS Arizona Memorial honored the man who was the ship's oldest surviving officer. As part of the 74th anniversary of the National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, the ashes of retired Navy Lieutenant Commander Joe Langdell, who died at age 100 in February, was interred in the ship with full military burial honors. The USS Arizona battleship was bombed and sunk during Japan's surprise morning attack on Pearl Harbor that pulled the United States into World War II. The remains of many of the 1,177 U.S. military personnel who died aboard the Arizona are still inside the submerged wreck. It was the greatest loss of life ever in an attack on a U.S. warship. The memorial was dedicated in 1962. As of 2 years ago, some 2,000 to 2,500 Pearl Harbor survivors were still believed to be alive. FBI authorities confirmed the married couple who carried out the deadly attack at a San Bernardino holiday party Wednesday had both been radicalized for some time and were at target practice only a few days before the shooting that left 14 people dead and more than a dozen others injured. The FBI said 19 pipes were found at the couple's residence that they believe were meant to be used to make pipe bombs. It wasn't made clear exactly how many were functional. ATF officials said they were working to figure out how the couple was able to get a hold of the assault rifles used in the attack, which were purchased by 29-year-old Enrique Marquez. The Board of County Commissioners heard a presentation regarding well number 1.
I'll be presenting the Nye County Complex well number 1 upgrade. It is located west of US Highway 160 between Boot Hill and Basin here in Pahrump. And the total estimated cost of the project is approximately $322,000, of which $292,000 would be requested from CDBG with a $30,000 county match consisting of administrative cost of the grant and demolition of the old tank. Nye County Complex Water System serves the governmental and recreational features in buildings owned and operated by both the county and the town of Pahrump. The system has been operational in one form or another since the early 1960s. The system needs to be rebuilt to comply with the current rules governing municipal water systems in Nevada. An engineer had looked at the system and found issues with power design, the lack of backup power, chlorination system delivery and design, lower pressures during irrigation and road water loadout, backflow protection, and system security. The town and the county would like to rebuild and bring into compliance the system from well piping to the distribution lines. This would include rebuilding the piping from the headworks to the road water loadout, installing a new 21,000-gallon vertical welded steel storage tank, construction of a new 16 by 12-foot wood frame control house, which would house two 10-horsepower VFD controlled horizontal split case pumps, check valve, flow meter, pressure switch, chlorination system, building power, heating, ventilation, cooling, and new electrical controls for the system. A new 80 kW backup generator and automatic transfer switch could be installed as a future phased-in improvement, and the county would be responsible for all the demolition work of this project.
And the KPVM TV and KACE Radio food drive was held Saturday at Walmart. We collected 2 carloads full of food and over $500 in cash for the VFW Food Bank and the Food for Thought program, which feeds children in our area over the weekend and during breaks from school. The kids will be off school for 2 weeks during this holiday season and are in desperate need of support.
We would really love to thank Deanna O'Donnell for putting together with KACE and KPVM a nice food drive out here for the VFW Food Pantry, and for our 327 homeless and not so homeless students here in the valley that need our assistance.
They're going on break, aren't they?
Yes, they're going on break for 2 weeks, and the Food for Thought program strives to feed each student for the entire 2 weeks, 3 meals a day, so that when they come back from break, they're able to concentrate on their education and learning in the classroom instead of everything that comes along with being hungry and the starvation.
And that's really important to take note of, that they're going to be going on vacation. They get meals at school. The Food for Thought program kind of supplements over the weekend, and hopefully these kids are actually getting these meals from school. But during these 2 weeks, you don't know what's going on.
Right, so a lot of them qualify for the free and reduced breakfasts and lunches every day at school. So when they leave, they don't get that. So we try to make sure that we give them all 3 meals so that they have everything they need to get through the 2 weeks.
We've got a lot of cash donations today. How's that going to play out? Because I know you guys get a discount, don't you?
Yeah, we use Smith's, and they give us a little bit of a discount there, and that's great. But you know, one of the things we like to have on stock is breakfast, and that's one of the things we always fall short of. And with Smith's and with our discount, we can get a 12-pack of individual oatmeal packets for about $1.69 with the discount.
People have been donating food, and the VFW Food Bank some jackets for these veterans too.
Yes, and we appreciate all the donations that we're getting. Anything that we get that's the VFW, I'm sure they have homeless vets. I believe their numbers were 190 people come and pick up weekly from their pantry, and they can give out more than we can with the coats and things. All the Food for Thought program gives out is food for students, and you must be enrolled in school, you must be enrolled in the program. And the community has been amazing coming together today, bringing out, I mean, I think we've got like 12 shopping carts full of food today, and not to mention the cash donations. And I want to give a special shout out to Richard Hargis for making the trip down here. That was awesome. We love seeing him and Tammy, so thank you very much.
From Air Conditioning.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you to Richard Hargis from Pahrump Valley Air Conditioning. He always makes some great donations to the food drive. And thank you to everybody who participated, including Noah and Darby, Rhonda, and Angelica. When we return, we'll have your Desert View Hospital Health Tip.